Hello everyone. In this session we will discuss the looping control statements. In the previous class we started our control statements, right? What we have here total, we have the four types of control statement. One is the branching statement, right? Or else here we can call that is a conditional statement. Second one is the looping control statement. Third one jumping control statement. Fourth one switch statement. Right now we can discuss the looping control statements. Already we completed our conditional control statements. So let's start here. First, what is the loop? First, what is the loop? Okay, here loop is nothing but execution of statements. Here what is a loop? Here loop is nothing but execution of statements. So whatever you have, those statements are in the form of repeated. Those are in the form of repeated. By using the conditional statements here, just we are executing whatever you have that. Means whatever you have the statements, you are executing those by the conditions. But here, these statements are executed in the repeated performance. These statements are executed in the repeated performance. Okay, how you are executing? Those are executing in the repeated manner. Let's see here. So first here we need to write the definition for the loop. A loop is nothing but execution of statements repeatedly is known as a loop. A loop is nothing but execution of the statements. Those are in the form of repeated manner, that we can call like here our loop. And here these loops are in the form of three types. Means we have the three types of looping statements. What we have here? Three types. One is the while loop. Second one is the do while loop. Third one is the for loop. Here we have the three types of looping statements or else looping control statements. First one while loop, second one do while loop, third one for loop. So first we will discuss our while loop. First one. While loop. In this, the while loop performs after the initialization of the control. So first of all, before explaining, I will write the syntax for this. Then you will be understand how it will be performed. First I will write the syntax. Syntax for the while loop. While condition. While condition. And open the brace. Next, body of the loop statements. And then close. Body of the loop statement and then close. Here you can see. In this while loop, after the initialization of the control, you can execute our condition. After the initialization the control, you can execute our condition. Okay, after the initialization of that, you can execute whatever you have the condition. And see, if the condition is true, here whatever you given the condition, if that condition is true, the control can execute our body of the loop statements. If the condition is not true, means here if the condition is the false, it will not execute our body of the loop statements. So when the condition is true only, it will be executes our body of the loop statements. Right? And after the execution of these statements, the control can check our condition again. It can be checks our condition again. And it can be executes the loop statements in the form of repeated manner. In the form of repeated manner. See, what we have? Statements. It can be checks the again condition. It can be checks the our condition again and again. Right? So, whatever you are giving the condition, by based on that condition here, our loop statement can be executed. If the condition is true, only have to be moved with our loop statements. If this condition is not true, means here it is a false. If it is the false, you can go back. Means here the program automatically will be terminates. Okay, right. So, after executing of the first statement, after execution of the statements, the loop is again moving to our condition for the checking purpose. I will show you the one example for this. Okay, it will be go back to our execution purpose. And it checks our condition again. If it's possible, it can execute our loop statements in a repeated manner. Otherwise, here it can be stops the process. And this process is done until the execution is satisfied. Whether the condition is a false, here the control terminates the execution of these statements. And we can also call this while loop is like your entry controlled loop. What we can call here? Entry controlled loop. We can also call this is the entry controlled loop. While loop is also called as entry controlled loop. Don't forget this one. Sometimes you will get in the competitive also these are types of questions. Which one is the entry control loop? Okay, so like that also will get. So you can, if you have any options, you can choose in that. While loop is the entry control loop. Just you can see if the condition true only, we can go to the body of the statements. After the execution of the one statement, you can again check the condition. After that, you can again check the condition if until the condition is satisfied. If the condition is false, you can terminate automatically. So means here it can be stops our execution of the statements. It is automatically terminates that point. We can also call this while loop is the entry control loop. Right? So here we can draw the some condition for that. Sorry, one flow chart for this. Flow chart. Right? First we need to be start this one. After starting of that, here we can have to be declare our variables. What we are writing? Variable declaration. Variable declaration. And after that, here you need to be give some condition. After that, you need to be give some condition. See, if this condition is true, if this condition is a true, you can display the our body of the statements. Body of the loop statements. You can, if the true only, you can display the body of the statements. If not, okay, if not means here if it is a false. If not means here if it is a false. You can exit from this. You can exit from this. Right. If this one is a true, here it can be displays our statements, right? And again it is checks the condition by the back process, right? So how it will be means here you can go back here. You can go back here. Okay, so this is our flow chart. Just you have to be understand the theory part, automatically you will be right. You will be draw our flow chart for this. First we need to be start, and after that we need to be declare the variables. For that variables here we need to be give the some condition. You have to be check that condition, right? So if that condition is true, it can be displays our statements, and again it can be goes back to the checking process. If that condition is false, it can be terminates our program. Like that here we can perform. Suppose here I am giving the variable declaration is in the form of I is equals to 1. But suppose here I am giving the declaration I is equals to 1. Okay, right. So after that you can see clearly we need to be given some condition, right? Here I am giving the condition. Here I am giving the condition is like I less than or equals to 5. A less than or equals to is the one relational operator. Here I is the one variable. I is the one variable. Here I initialized the value like 1. For I given like here 1. Just you have to be observe. I is equals to 1 here. And I am giving the condition is like your I less than or equals to 5. So until the condition you have to be execute our points. So then here in the body of these statements you have to be write like to display the statements whatever you got, right? So first it is checking the condition. First it is checking the condition. How means here at present we have the I is equals to 1. How it will be checked here? Here I will write 1 less than or equals to 5. First it will be checked like your 1 less than or equals to 5. Is this correct? 1 less than or equals to 5 is correct? Yes. Compared to the 1, your 5 is the highest value. So here, yes, it is the correct. It is the correct one. So then here, the body of this statement can display the our output is like your first 1. Okay. And next here, this is true, right? At present this is true, right? Once it is true, again it is moving back to our condition. So means here by using the increment and decrement operators it is working. Increment and decrement operators. We are increasing the value by the I plus plus. Once it is going back to our condition means here it will be increase. So in the programmatic we need to be give the I plus plus actually. We given like here I plus plus. Increment operator. Right? So here the body of the loop means here the condition will check like here I plus plus means here 1 plus 1. Increment can be done by plus 1, right? So here 1 plus 1 means here we getting the 2. And then check here 2 less than 5. I means here at present we have the 2. 2 less than or equals to 5. Is this correct? Yes. Compared to the 2 here 5 is the highest value. This is the 2. Yes. Then it displays our output like your 2. Okay. So in the body of the loop statement it displays our output is like 2. After that here once if it is a false only it will be terminates. If it is true always it is going back to our condition only. Okay. So we can check here. Again here go back. Okay. So the I is equals to 2 at present we have. That can be incremented by the I plus plus here 1. We have the I equal to 3 present. We have the I equal to 3 present. Then here you can check here 3 less than or equals to 5. 3 less than or equals to 5. Okay. So yes. Comparing to the 3 here 5 is the highest. Comparing to the 3 here 5 is the highest value. Yes. This is a true. Yes. Our body of the statement can be displayed the value will be 3. Yes. This is a true. Again it is going back to our condition. Again here our I will be incremented. Like here we have the 4. 4 less than or equals to 5. Is this correct? Yes. Comparing to the 4 here, 5 is the highest. This is the true. This is the true present. Right? Then here the output will be displayed like your 4. The output will be displayed like your 4. Right? You can see. After that here, it will be checks like your, means your, the increment, it can be incremented. 4 plus 1 like your 5. It can be incremented 4 plus 1 like your 5. 5 less than or equals to 5. Is this correct? Yes, this is correct. Why? Because we given the less than or equals to, not less than. If you are giving the less than, it can be stops the process here in the 5, in the 4 only. If given like here 5 less than or equals to 5, there is no problem by this. There is no problem by this. Given like here 5 less than or equals to the 5. So then here this is the true, right? It can be displayed. Our statement will be the 5. Okay. So from this until this is the given like your conditions will be the true. Here again we need to be checked. Means here again we need to be increment. Again we need to be do the increment process. Okay. So if we given the increment process for this, we given the increment process from this, it will performs like what it will be performs 5 plus 1 6. Then you can check 6 less than or equals to 5. Is this correct? 6 less than or equals to 5. Is this correct? No, this is not correct. Means here we failed. Why? Because here we have the condition up to 5. We are checking the 6. Is this possible? No. So in the time here it can shows like your false. In the condition you don't have that one. In the condition you don't have that one. So for that case here it is automatically shows like your false. Automatically it can be shows like your false. So then here the false statement will be displayed. So here our body of the loop statement is automatically terminates the our programmatic. So here we got the 1 2 3 4 5 output, and here after that here it will not be execute anything. Automatically it can be terminates the our program. Automatically here it can be terminates the our program now. You can see clearly. Once you understand this one, there is no problem. It is based on the our condition only. First it is checking the condition. If the condition is true only, it is displaying our conditions. Otherwise here it is not displaying anything. If the condition is true only, it is displaying our statements. Otherwise here automatically it will be performs like a termination process. You can check here clearly. Okay. So like this here we can perform our while loop. And next here what we have, do while loop. Next we have the do while loop. Then come to the do while loop. Second one. By these only we are performing each and every programs. Once you need to be understand the first operators. Okay. After the operators only you need to be learn our statements, whatever you have the control statements. Once you learn the operators and the looping statements only, you will be understand each and every topics whatever we have after this. Otherwise you will not understand anything. Right. In a do while loop statement, the control can execute our first. The control can execute the first. After the execution here, the control can check our conditions. Means first the body of the statements can be executed. After that here it can be checks our condition. Just think here, while loop is first checking the condition. After that it is executing the statements. Do while loop is giving the output first. After that it is checking the condition. This is the opposite for the while loop. Here do while loop is the opposite for the while loop. In this condition, or else here if the condition is true, again the control can execute the statements in the body. After that it can be process our condition. Okay, so whether the condition is true, only it can be gives our output. Otherwise here the control can terminate our program. Means here it can be terminates our execution of the loop statements. Let's see here syntax first. First we have the do. So first here what we are doing, first we are executing, after that we are checking the condition. For that case we are not writing the condition first. Here we have the do while loop. And next here you can write the body of the statements. Body of loop statements. And then close this one. See, first do, whatever it may be, you have to be do like that. Okay, first you have to be do. Means you have to be give the output. After that we will check the condition. This is a process for the do while loop. So after the execution of that, here we are checking the condition with the while. See here, don't write the while after, just write beside of the closing brace. While condition. While condition. Okay? While condition. Yes. Like this here we can perform. First here you have to be do whatever it may be. First you have to be execute our loop statements. After that you can check for the statement. Then here you have the flow chart for this. Then you have the flow chart for this. Start. Variable declaration. Variable declaration. And next here body of the loop statement. Here we don't have any condition first. In the previous we given the condition, after that we given the body of the statements. First in this, after the variable declaration, we need to be give like your body of the loop statements. Body of the loop statements. Body of the loop statements. After that here you need to be give the condition. After that here you need to be give the condition. Okay. So if this condition is true, it will be go back to the our statement. Otherwise here directly it will be in the exit performance. If it is false. If it is true. If the condition is true. If the condition is true, it is going back to our body of the loop. So after the execution, it is checking the condition. In that time also, if it is true, it is going back to our statement. Otherwise, you automatically it can be terminates our program. Okay, just check here. Anything you can give. Any statement you can give in this. Any statement, anything. If you need to be display the names, anything you can give. Suppose if you are giving the name, it can be displays our name in the form of by giving of like condition. See, suppose you are given like your condition up to 3 times. Just I given the 3 times. First here it is starting our condition. So here I giving the variable declaration in the form of I is equals to 1, and I giving the condition is I is less than or equals to 3, and also here I given I plus plus, not decrement. Here also I given like your I plus plus. First you can check the variable declaration. What I given? I is equals to 1, right? And you can display whatever I given in the execution statement. First, here I given the execution statement, not the numbers. I given like your my name. I given like your my name. So here it can be executes my name. First, after that here it can be checks our condition. After that here it can be checks our condition. Or else here if you have any doubt means you can give it the numbers only, there is no problem. Yes, I will give the numbers only, you will not get any doubt in this. Okay, see, first it will be execute the, our output will be the 1. Okay, output, here I am writing the output. First it can be executed directly with not going off the condition, directly it will be gives the our output by after declaring of the variable like 1. After giving off that, here it is taking the condition. It is checking the condition. Okay, like 1 less than or equals to 3 is correct or not? Yes, it is correct. Comparing to the 3 here, 1 is the less value. Comparing to the 3 here, 1 is the less value. So then it is the good. Now this is a true, right? Now this is a true. So then automatically it can be goes to our body of the loop. Then automatically it can be shows like your 2. After giving off the output, again it is coming to our condition. 2 less than or equals to the 3. 2 less than or equals to the 3. Now this is correct? Yes. 2 is, whenever you are comparing to the 2 with the 3, here comparing to the 3 here, 2 is the small. So now this is the correct. Yes, now also we have the true case. Again it is moving to our body of the loop. It is showing the 3. After that again it is coming to the condition like 3 less than or equals to 3. 3 less than or equals to 3. Yes, this is also correct. This is also correct. It can be show, already it shows like 3, right? So again it is this condition not true. Yes, we have the I less than or equals to 3 only, but we don't have any 4. But the process is like here, if that is true, again you have to be go for the back. If the process is true, again you need to be go back, right? So again it is going back. Again it is going back. Okay, so once it is going back, you can check here. You can automatically give the 4 here. Why? Because here without the condition only, it is performing, right? Without the giving of condition only it is performing means here automatically it can be gives the our output like here 4. Is this correct? We given the 3, right? We given only 3. Then how it will be? How it will be correct? No, it is not correct now. Then what we need to be do? So then you need to be check our condition now. Then you need to be check our condition now. So once you check the condition, so it can be shows like false. Once you check that one, it can be shows like here it is the false manner. Okay, so then here 4 will be disappear, means here the program will be removes the 4 now. The program will be removes the 4 now. Yes, right? So comparing to the while and do while is taking the first condition. After that here that is displaying our statements. After that is displaying our statements. But here while is doing First it is displaying the statement, after that it is checking the condition. After that it is checking the condition. So in this here, in the while loop here, see here in the while loop, after checking it is giving the output, means here we are not removed any output here. We are not removed any output. Right? But in the do while loop here, first we are giving the statements, after that we are checking the condition. Means here already we given the 4, but that is a false comparing to the our statement. So here 4 less than or equals to 3, no, it is a false statement. So that's what here we removed it 4. We removed this 4 from the our output. So just we got the 1, 2, 3. So here this do while loop is the exit controlled loop. This is the exit controlled loop. Why we are calling, means here after the executing of the statements we are checking the condition, right? That's what here we are calling the do while loop is the exit control loop. While loop is the entry control loop. Do while loop is the exit control loop. So like this here you can perform. And next here what we have, for loop. Third one what we have here, for loop. Let's go to this. Third one we have the for loop. Third one we have for loop. Right. In the for loop statements, we can perform like initialization, conditions, increment and decrement statements. Those are all placed in the one single statement. See, in the while loop and the do while loop, whatever you're writing, those are all displaying in the statements one by one type. First you are performing the initialization with the I is equals to 1. After the few statements you are performing the increment and decrement operation with the form of condition. First you are giving the condition. After few statements you are writing the some increment and decrement operations. Means that is some difficulty. Sometimes you need to be fine. Means you're sometimes you need to be know where we can write all this. We don't know exactly where we can write. It is depends on the programmatic. For that case here we introduced one thing, that is a for loop. So in the for loop we can initialize. I is equals to 1 means here that is the initialization. And we given like here I plus plus, right, that is the increment. And if we given I minus means here, that is a decrement. And here we have the condition. So those three are in one statement. Now those three are in one single statement. Okay, the execution of for loop, the control can initialize the variables of variables first. After the initialization, the control checks the condition. After the checking of that here, checking the condition, right? If the condition is true, the body of the loop statements will be executed. The body of the statements will be executed. This process continues until the specified condition is satisfied. This process can continue until the specified condition is satisfied. Whether the condition is a false, the control terminates the execution of the loop statements. Okay, see here how it will be. And whatever you have the initialization, condition and increment or decrement, these are all separated by the semicolons. Let's see here how it will be looks like. For initialization, condition, increment or decrement. we can do the increment or decrement here. And open this one, you can write the some body of the statements, body of the loop statements you can write, and close this one. So here these three, initialization, condition, increment or decrement, can be separated by the semicolons. Comparing to the while and do while, here this is the best option to write the programs. Why? Because in the single line we have all this. In the single line we have all this. Here I am giving the I is equals to 0. 0 also we can give instead of the 1. That is also possible. We can start in, that's your choice. You can start with the 10 also, but you are based on the condition. If you started with a 10, suppose if you need a decrement process, you can do the decrement. It can be comes down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like that here it can be decrements our process. We given a 10, it will be decrement. Means not like that. If you need the decrement process, here you can initialize the value will be high. After that it can be decrement set. If you are giving the 0 means here how it will be moves to the minus. So there is no minus values here. If it is got the minus value also here it is showing the positive value only. So in that time here you will get the summed out. So for that case here, if you need to be decrement means here you have to be take your less value, means your high value. Instead of 0 or 1, you just choose the 20, 10, 15 like that. So it is depends on our programmatic only. Whatever you are writing the program, for that case you need to be write. I is equals to 0, right? Here given the condition initialization is like your I is equals to 0. I less than or equals to 5 I given. I less than or equals to 5. And here we have the increment or decrement. Here I am taking the increment and decrement like this. Okay, so just here I am performing with the increment at present, not with the decrement. Okay, so first here it can be initializes our process. First here what it will be does, the execution of for loop, the control initialize the variable first, it is initialization. After the initialization, the control checks the condition. 0 less than or equals to 5. Is this correct? Yes. If the condition is true, the body of the loop statement will be executed. Means here you will be get the here output will be 0. Yes, this is the correct. After the execution of that here, whatever you have the statement that will be incremented. Now here 0 plus 1. 1 you got. Right? So 1. Initialization at present I is equals to 1 you have. I is equals to 1 you have. Then it can be checked 1 less than or equals to 5. Yes, this is a correct. It will be executed the 1. And next it can be moved to the I plus plus. So we are doing the increment, right? It can be performs like your I plus plus. It can be performs our process like your I plus plus. And next what we get here, I is equals to 2. And then check the condition. 2 less than or equals to 5. Yes, this is a correct. Means here it can be shows a 2. And again it can be incremented. That is a 3. That is a 3. I is equals to 3 we have. 3 less than or equals to 5. Yes, this is also correct. It will be executed 3. And next here it can be incremented. 4. It can be incremented. 4. Okay, so then it can be goes to the I is equals to 4. 4 less than or equal to 5. Yes, this is also correct. This is also correct. And it can be give the increment I is equals to 5 and it will be displays the 5. See here, whenever I gives the I is equals to I less than or equals to 5 only, it can be executes up to 5. If suppose I am giving the I less than 5, it will be stops up to the 4. Why? Because here 4 less than 5 is not 5 less than 5 is not valid. If that is equal to only, we can choose the valid performance. And next after that you can again increment I is equals 6 here, that is not possible. So then our program automatically when terminates the process. And this for loop is also here entry control loop. What it is? It is also entry controlled loop. So these are the three types of loops we have: while loop, do while loop, for loop. Thank you.